Hi everyone. The team from Nancee Jaffe and Associates Nutrition Services is honored to be here with you today as we make a gastroparesis friendly frittata. I'm Nancee Jaffe and I'm proud to be here with my colleagues Kelly McNulty, who will help narrate, and Maddie Okmin, who is our master chef. When we're developing recipes for gastroparesis, we're thinking about a few principles that may make a meal easier to tolerate. For this recipe, we're focusing on small volume, good protein density, low to moderate fat, soluble fiber, yet still well balanced and yummy. And importantly, the recipe can be modified depending on the person's individual tolerance, such as using lactose-free products instead of lactose-containing dairy for those with lactose intolerance.
We're going to start with 2 cups potatoes. Maddie starts by peeling the skin off the potato. By removing the skin, Maddie has removed the insoluble or roughage part of the potato that can be hard to tolerate for gastroparesis patients. Those with gastroparesis do not need to avoid fiber. Instead, they might need to focus on soluble fiber, which absorbs water and is more soft and pliable. Or they might need to modify the particle size for insoluble fiber, such as pureeing or blenderizing. To make this frittata recipe a balanced and complex meal, the potatoes provide carbohydrate and calories, which are important because people with gastroparesis can sometimes struggle to consume enough food overall, which can lead to unintentional weight loss. But we're not just putting a raw potato into the frittata. We're going to par cook it until it's completely tender. You can steam, microwave, or simmer the potatoes for about 5 to 7 minutes. We want it to be easily pierced with a fork.
Now let's talk about the protein in our recipe. For our frittata, Maddie is using 4 whole eggs, 1 cup of pasteurized egg whites, and 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese. This combination gives us a lot of protein without requiring a large volume of food. And that's particularly useful when someone experiences early satiety or fullness. If you can only comfortably eat a relatively small amount, we want that food to provide meaningful nutrition. We can also use lactose-free cottage cheese if needed. That's an important distinction because some people with gastroparesis may also have lactose intolerance or find lactose-containing foods exacerbate their symptoms. Being lactose intolerant doesn't necessarily mean that all dairy products are out of the diet. There are lots of lactose-free options available. Cottage cheese is not only a great source of protein, but it is also low fiber and can be purchased low fat and is very high in calcium to assure good bone health. Blending the cottage cheese is optional, but I really like it for this recipe because it creates a smooth, creamy egg mixture that eliminates those large cottage cheese curds in the final product.
Next, we're adding our vegetables starting with 1/4 cup zucchini. This is where we want to be thoughtful about fiber. This is one of the key principles we're demonstrating today, modifying the texture or particle size of a fiber-rich food rather than automatically eliminating it to make it better tolerated. We all know vegetables are healthy and that having lots of plants in the diet is important. But with gastroparesis, a large amount of fiber, particularly insoluble fiber, can increase fullness or be poorly tolerated. So rather than using a large salad's worth of vegetables, we're using a small amount that's been thoroughly cooked and finely processed. And if you know you tolerate more, you can always increase vegetable content. The zucchini is finely grated or sliced and cooked until soft. We're also removing excess moisture so that it doesn't make our frittata watery. If needed, you could even peel off the skin of the zucchini for better tolerance. We then add in 1/4 cup spinach, which is nutrient dense and easy to puree or very finely chop. We're not trying to make this a high fiber meal, but we are also not trying to avoid fiber. We are focusing on soluble fiber and balanced nutrition. So it's really about finding the balance between nutritional variety and what the person's GI tract can tolerate.
Now we're going to arrange our thin potato slices in the bottom of a lightly greased 8-inch baking dish. Then we'll pour our blended egg, cottage cheese, and vegetable mixture over the top. Finally, we get to distribute our 2 tablespoons of cheese on the top to make a nice crispy layer with added protein and calcium. You can use Parmesan, part skim mozzarella, or part skim Swiss cheese. These options are lower in fat and often better tolerated for gastroparesis. Maddie is going to keep the amount relatively small to start because we're also thinking about the total fat content in the meal. Fat is an important nutrient. We don't want to leave it out. But larger amounts of fat can slow stomach emptying and may worsen symptoms for some people with gastroparesis. And someone who tolerates fat can adjust the recipe accordingly. We want this to be individualized to each patient's preference and tolerance. And then we finish our beautiful frittata recipe by adding in herbs such as basil, chives, or marjoram. Herbs are an easy way to add flavor without needing a lot of fat, heavy sauces, or spicy ingredients that may not be well tolerated or easy for the GI tract.
Now our beautiful frittata goes into a 400-degree oven for approximately 25 to 40 minutes. We're looking for the center to be just set and the top to brown. Consider setting the time for every 15 minutes to check in on the frittata progress. We don't want to overcook it because the eggs can become dry and rubbery. We're intentionally aiming for a soft, moist texture. Once the frittata is cooked, remove from the oven and let it rest before cutting into 4 portions.
The finished frittata looks great. We have a soft, protein-rich meal with tender potatoes and vegetables that can be portioned into several meals. At Nancee Jaffe and Associates Nutrition Services, we love this recipe. First, we have a protein-dense meal with eggs, egg whites, and cottage cheese. It has great carbohydrates and calories from potatoes. We're using a moderate amount of fat, and we've added a great variety of well-tolerated soluble fiber vegetables. Thanks for joining us, and bon appetit!